Thank you so much for coming to our volunteer information webinar hosted by the Centre for Grief and Healing Bereaved Families of Ontario, Halton Peel. If you're looking to give back to your community, then you've come to the right place. Let's get started. Today, we will be introducing our organization to you so you can become more familiar with us and what we do to support our communities. You will get to learn about who we are, what our programs are, and of course, what you can do to support our members. We will dive into your role requirements, how to apply to become a volunteer, and what the training process looks like. But first, let's introduce you to the Centre for Grief and Healing and how it became to be. In 1977, a gentleman named John McKibben, the chaplain of Sick Kids Hospital Toronto, formed a support group for grieving parents. A year later, members of the support group became involved in the development of a bereavement support program, now known as Bereaved Families of Ontario, also known as BFO. In 1989, Bereaved Families of Ontario Halton Peel, which is us, became a registered charity committed to supporting grieving individuals and families. We are one of 11 affiliates located throughout Ontario, all with strong community spirit that mirrors the commitment made by volunteers and staff. Our mission is to provide inclusive mutual support, improved awareness and education about grief that fosters hope, healing, and improved health and wellness outcomes in the Halton Peel community. Our vision is to be the recognized leader in the Halton Peel community in support of grief and healing, and our organization operates under the direction of a board of directors, and daily operations and program development is led by our executive director, alongside multifaceted and diverse staff members seen here. A small but mighty team, we are quite eclectic and we come with a variety of different backgrounds and experiences. We are the bereaved helping the bereaved learn to live with grief. Our team strives to empower grieving individuals and families by providing inclusive mutual support programs, fostering hope and healing, and educating the public to help reduce the stigma surrounding grief and bereavement. Should you like to connect with one or more of the staff members listed here, please email them directly with your questions and/or suggestions, and we would be happy to listen. Let's learn about what our team does on a day-to-day basis. Over the years, our organization continues to expand and grow to meet the needs of the community. Through an anti-oppressive and inclusive lens, we provide the following services and supports for our community and members. Our individual peer support sessions are staff-led and may be led by volunteers depending on our service demand and specific requests. For example, if a client wishes to speak to someone who shares a similar loss, or if they would like to speak to someone in a language different than English, is when a volunteer may meet with a client for an individual session. These sessions last up to 50 minutes and exist to validate experiences, gather coping strategies, find new ways to remain connected with their loved one, and to simply share their thoughts and feelings around their loss. These sessions are based on our peer support model and are not classified as counseling or therapy sessions. There are many benefits of peer support services, which we will discuss shortly. Our peer-led grief support groups are facilitated by trained volunteers who have also experienced a death or have closely supported someone through their own losses. We have a wide variety of support groups available for our community, and they range from loss-specific groups to non-loss-specific groups. The dates, times, and types of groups vary, so please visit our website, www.bereavedfamilies.ca, for more details. We try to meet the needs of the community by hosting support groups based on demand and/or requests to ensure all walks of life receive as much support as possible. We strive to partner with like-minded organizations and agencies through extensive community outreach. Initiatives such as running support groups for and with members of other organizations, social media interviews, and spreading awareness, to name a few, are what keeps us connected with the community and maintaining wraparound service delivery. For many years, 2 of our annual events, Walk to Remember and Loving Memory Ceremony, have provided safe and inclusive spaces for our community members to gather and honor their loved ones in varying ways. Over the past 2 years, our quarterly event titled Grief Talks consists of different topics that help support and educate the community on different grief and loss aspects. Our organization is always looking for volunteers who may assist us in event setup, finding or being speakers, ushering, finding venues and vendors, welcoming guests, plus so much more. Please visit our website for more details regarding event support. Our educational workshops, titled Navigating Through Grief, provide students, staff, family, and friends with skills and strategies for coping with grief and to educate non-bereaved individuals on how to support their grieving peer or loved one. The workshop provides information and skills to support, educate, and increase awareness around grief and bereavement. If you believe your organization would benefit from our workshop, please contact our community outreach worker to get started. Peer support is the main model we use and provide at the Center for Grief and Healing. Peer support services are delivered by individuals who have experiential knowledge and/or shared experiences with the individuals they support. We provide emotional, social, and practical support to others, and we acknowledge that each person is their own expert through their grief journey. We support the ability to try new ways of coping that make it easier to feel better, get well, and stay well emotionally, mentally, and physically. Our goal through peer support is to get grieving individuals on the road to healthy grieving, give permission to grieve, and give them a safe space to share their thoughts, feelings, and emotions. We have a few roles offered for volunteers to support us in the community in. We are always looking for grief support group facilitators, mission ambassadors, and event support. Our facilitators lead open and closed support groups for individuals who have experienced a loss through the death of a loved one. These groups run weekly and are based on topics related to the grieving process. Now, our mission ambassadors are passionate about what we do and have sound knowledge on our organization's history, mission, and vision. They network with the community to promote awareness about our services and supports, all the while destigmatizing grief and bereavement. Our event support volunteers play a supportive role in marketing, ticket sales, confirming or being a guest speaker, fund development, event setup, and much, much more. This position is quite flexible, so we do ask that volunteers list in what ways you'd like to support us in our events. For additional roles, please visit our website or reach out to the volunteer coordinator. We do have requirements for the previously listed roles, and some of them can be found here. One requirement or qualification that all volunteers must have is to be 18 years of age or older when applying, and to have or will obtain a satisfied vulnerable sector check. Role responsibilities and requirements vary role by role, so we ask that you please visit the website listed here, bereavefamilies.ca/volunteer positions, to learn more about your role as a volunteer. Let's learn how to get you started with your role. Applying to volunteer with us is as easy as 1, 2, 3, quite literally. On our website, under Volunteer, you will find our volunteer application. Please download and complete this application and submit it to the volunteer coordinator listed here alongside an up-to-date resume. Successful applicants will then be selected for a phone interview between Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If these days and times don't work, just let the volunteer coordinator know ahead of time and we can work something out. If successful following the interview, we will ask for 1 to 2 references, either personal or professional, to have them complete our online reference check form. Once we receive these forms, we will connect with you regarding next steps, which is to obtain your vulnerable sector check and complete our volunteer training. For more information on obtaining a vulnerable sector check as it pertains to your specific city, please visit our website here and read Step 7. Following your reference checks, volunteers must complete up to 7.5 hours of an online, independent training module that consists of grief and bereavement theory. Within the module, there are varying homework exercises that must be completed and submitted no later than the morning prior to the live, in-class, or virtual training date. Only those who successfully complete the independent module may participate in the live training. The day of the live training, which is typically held on a Saturday from 9 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. latest, volunteers will learn more about their roles and will go through a variety of mock scenarios. Following the live training day, the volunteer training continues with shadowing and co-facilitating a certain number of grief support groups to gain more experience and to see how our groups run. After volunteers complete their second co-facilitation session, they are declared as full-fledged volunteers and will receive a certificate of completion. While volunteers benefit the organization and community greatly, volunteering comes with many benefits for the volunteer, you, too. Volunteering connects you to others and makes it a better place. Whether a small or large task, it makes a real difference to the lives of people and organizations in need. You make new friends, expand your network, and boost your social skills. Not only this, but volunteering is good for your mind and body. It helps counteract the effects of stress, anger, and anxiety. The social contact aspect of helping and working with others can have a profound effect on your overall well-being and can help you develop a solid support system and even gives you a sense of purpose. Not only this, but it also increases self-confidence. You are doing good for others and the community, which naturally provides a sense of accomplishment. Lastly, volunteering can advance your career. For those in and out of the social service or related fields, volunteering can help you get experience in your area of interest and meet people in the field. It gives you the opportunity to practice important skills used in the workplace, such as teamwork, communication, problem solving, task management, and organization, to name a few. While learning new skills can be beneficial to many, it's not a requirement for fulfilling a volunteer experience. The most valuable assets you can bring to any volunteer effort are compassion, an open mind, and a willingness to pitch in wherever needed. If your goals are to improve your neighborhood, meet new people, try something new, do something rewarding, or expand your interests, then the Center for Grief and Healing is for you. Contact the volunteer coordinator to get started on the path of meaningful volunteering. We can't wait to hear from you.